If you like mystery novels, this one is massive. And it's a mystery novel with pieces to a puzzle. So Boston Scientific attempted to cover up the fact that this was not made by Philip Smiggle. Why would you go to China to get polypropylene? Boston had admitted that they'd gone to China to get polypropylene, but had sworn that it was the real Marlex. China has a reputation for contaminated goods, contaminated pharmaceuticals. We have emails discussing how you smuggle this stuff out of China. And they're talking about covering it with overbags. They're talking about lying on the custom forms. In the report that they got from the lab, it said that it had unusually high levels of selenium. Selenium is a toxic heavy metal. And so for a company like this, how do they get to justifying going to China to buy a counterfeit product for the permanent implant inside a woman? People always say, how does a corporation do that? And the question is, how do corporations make these decisions? And what we forget is that corporations are fictions, they're not real. They're created on paper. People make decisions. And people make decisions inside corporations. The problem Boston has is there are a lot of people making this decision. They were doing $120 million a year in mesh sales. The pressure then comes on you. If we don't do this, then you go tell everybody here they lost their job. You've just laid off the entire division. Everyone. Started reading about marketing, and there was some disturbing things in the marketing. They had promotional contests. They talked about talking doctors into putting additional mesh into patients. It's a bad cycle. If the doctor does the procedure, they make $1,000 or $2,000. Most women didn't need the procedure. Take, for example, the case that's out in the public, Miss Stevens. She went in because she had a cyst. And when they went in to do the cyst, he had her check off an intake form. And it says, do you have incontinence when you do any of these things? Hers was running and jumping on a trampoline. So he says, hey, while I'm in there, I'll just fix it real quick for you. Plastic shrinks in the body. Plastic holds bacteria in the body. Mesh got in under a grandfather clause. You would think if the FDA allows a product on the market, they've approved it. Well, there's no approval process under the 510K. It's an exception. No human trials, no human studies. They have continued this process and drugged this out for about 15 years, selling billions and billions of dollars of cheap plastic. But I think for most people, the most concerning thing of the story is that you are now having something inserted inside of you permanently that has really no clearance by the FDA. You're the guinea pig, but you're not told. Profits become the motivation, and that's it. It's hard to imagine.